this city, and I see it going to hell. Sometimes I think this place is cursed. But I won't let it fall apart without a fight.
Citizens of Gotham, we will not, we cannot let these killers and these robbers and these rapists and these thugs win. Not on my watch.
There is a war coming. A terrible war. There will be chaos. Rivers of blood in the streets, I know it.
It's my new partner, Jim Gordon.
You have a little danger in your eye. I wonder what you plan to do with that.
You killed people before?
That was war.
This is war. We're at war.
What's your name?
My name's Bruce Wayne.
I promise you, I will find the man who did this.
I'm learning to conquer fear.
Fear doesn't need conquering. Fear tells you where the edge is.
Somebody has to take over. It might as well be me.
Gotham is on a knife edge.
This is not a city for nice guys.
Stop or I'll shoot!
However dark and scary the world might be right now, there will be light. There will be light. Bruce.
So apparently in Gotham, you should fear even the kids. Wow, I can't believe how much I like this, considering it goes against everything I believe in when it comes to TV adaptations of comic book properties. For instance, I am a firm believer that they shouldn't all know each other as kids. I hate that. And I also don't like it when they say, oh, but there's a sense of fate and destiny that they're all going to come together in the way that you know them in the comics. I like to see things realistically and organically evolve. I don't like, usually if you told me on paper, the idea of all the characters of the Batman mythos are already in Gotham, it's just a powder keg waiting to explode, which seems to be the premise here. But I have to say, when I see it, I kind of like it. And I think the reason is because there are a couple of key elements here that I didn't see it come into play in Smallville. Now, I know a lot of you are Smallville fans, so no offense is intended here. But to me, Smallville seems somewhat immature, gimmicky in its writing. You know, it's like Superman tweens, Superman, you know, which is an extension of Superman babies. And I could never really get behind that. But one of the things I like about Gotham is that it seems to be taking its time, has tremendous respect for the source material and also the look of the source material. I see a strong influence here, perhaps not just from Batman Earth 1 and the Elseworlds line. I think this seems like a fantastic Elseworlds story. We'll see if it is an Elseworlds story and if it's going to be, or if it's going to tie in eventually to the DC Cinematic Universe and become part of the canon there. I know officially the word is it will not, but if this is as successful as I think it's going to be, Warner Brothers and DC would be crazy not to utilize that and funnel this oncoming fan base, which I think, like, this has almost 700,000 hits in less than 24 hours. Not to funnel this intense fan interest into the movies would be a mistake. So anyway, you see Elseworlds influence, and you see influence from the comics, but I also see a very strong influence from Nolan's Batman trilogy, which might annoy some of you, but you have to understand from a business perspective, and a creative one, you know, who doesn't want their creation to succeed? That's the most successful on-screen incarnation of Batman to date, so it's very smart to play into that. And I think this series does. I think that this is what people want. This is as much of an extension of Nolan's Batman universe that DC and Warner Brothers can give us. So I like that. So I like the timing it's taking, I like the respect, and I like that it's you know, it seems well thought out in a sophisticated manner, which is really important. And I think that I'm excited to see how they evolve, if they are going to take their time. One of my biggest problems with rewriting the origin stories in the New 52 is that they're rushed. They take place in a single issue. But if they can maybe really draw things out I think they might have a hit on their hands. And I don't mind the fact of everybody being in the same town, and, you know, Gotham at once, because they're different ages. I like that Bruce Wayne, Selina Kyle, and Poison Ivy, that was a surprise, but I love it, are kids, whereas characters like the Riddler and Penguin are older. And also, I'm excited about this Jada Pinkett Smith character. You know, if she does well enough, you might very well see her brought into the comics and into the movies. Or I think comics is more likely, but I think she looks really good. I think it's very interesting, and I love the idea of a female crime boss. I know they've been playing with the idea of Selina Kyle in the comics recently, but I love this idea. And I'm not even a fan of Jada Pinkett Smith, and I'm very curious to see what she does here. Everybody looked good, and the acting also looked good. I thought that was fantastic. I really like that. The only thing that bothered me, two things. We didn't see Alfred, and I think he's crucial to this story, because while it seems that Jim Gordon is going to influence young Bruce Wayne, I think it's important that Alfred does as well. Perhaps Gordon gives him his sense of right and wrong, and Alfred gives him his military training and discipline. I would be fine with that, but I want to see that come into play, and I love the actor they cast as Alfred, so I don't know why they're hiding him. The other thing that bothered me is seeing Selina Kyle on the outskirts of Wayne Manor on the wall during the daytime. You can't... Batman characters don't do things during the day. It's really important, and I think that when you shoot it during the day, it doesn't seem like a cool new idea. It seems like you don't want to pay for nighttime lighting. And we know this series is doing quite a bit of nighttime shooting, so I don't understand why you would have a character in the daytime that's like Selina Kyle. I mean, she's a cat burglar. They come out at night, and I hope that is a limited situation and not going to be, you know, evident in the rest of the series. But I really have high hopes for this. I'm very excited. It looks phenomenal, and I'm curious to what you guys think. Do you like the way the series is coming together? Do you think that, how do you think it compares to shows like Smallville? Do you like it better? Do you like it not as much? And why is it different, you know, regardless of how you feel of the quality? And what do you think of the casting? What do you think of referencing Nolan's Batman? I know a lot of you wanted to leave that behind. What do you think about Warner Brothers pulling you back in to that gritty, ultra-realistic version of the Batman mythology? And what do you think of the Elseworlds? Do you want this to be an Elseworld story, or do you want to see it eventually play into the DC cinematic universe? And what did you like in the trailer, and what did you wish that you'd seen? Write your thoughts down below. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you'll go over to Beyond the Trailer sometime today. Today's episode of Morning Movie News, I'll address the business aspects of this show and what it potentially means for the movies. So thank you so much, and you can, again, write your comments down below, and thanks for tuning in. Bye!